In this video, we are going to discuss the life cycle of an important green alga, that is Volvox. Volvox is commonly known as rolling alga. This alga is the member of class Chlorophyceae, that means it is green in color, and here the major pigments are chlorophyll A and B along with starch as a reserve food material. As far as its number of species is concerned, till today only 20 species of Volvox have been reported all over the world, and in India only 5 species of Volvox are found so far, among which Volvox globator, Volvox aureus, Volvox prolificus and Volvox africanus are some important species which are found in India itself. As far as its habitat is concerned, Volvox is a freshwater alga found in free floating condition, grows as planktonic form on water surface in the form of minute spherical or ovoid balls of pinhead size. Colonies are very small in size and looks like a pinhead. During rainy season, this alga grows rapidly, and due to its rapid growth, the pond water appears green in color. As far as its thallus is concerned, its thallus is a colonial thallus, and this colony consists of 500 to 60,000 cells. Here, one thing that is to be mentioned and is very important, the colonies in which the number of cells is always definite are technically said to be as coenobia, and single cell is called as coenobium. So, in Volvox, the colony or thallus is called as coenobium, and here the number of cells is always in the multiple of 2. The minimum number that has been reported is 500 and the maximum number is reported as 60,000 in different species of the Volvox. So these 500 to 60,000 cells are aggregated in a single thallus in the form of a colony, and this colony of Volvox is called as coenobium. It looks like a ball, and all these cells, that is 500 to 60,000 cells, are arranged at the periphery of this ball, periphery of this coenobium. The cavity of the ball is filled either by water or by some gelatinous substances. The whole colony is surrounded by a gelatinous sheath. So these colonies are very small in size and looks like a pinhead. As far as its cells are concerned, the cells are eukaryotic and show typical chlamydomonad structure. Each cell of the colony is enveloped by its own cytoplasmic sheath. Moreover, each cell of the colony is connected to its adjacent cells by means of cytoplasmic connections. But there is a species, that is Volvox mononi, in which cytoplasmic connections are altogether absent. Chlamydomonad structure means the cells looks like another alga, Chlamydomonas. The cells are pear-shaped and their anterior ends are narrow while posterior ends are broader in size. At the anterior end of the cell, there are 2 basal granules, and from each basal granule a single flagellum develops. It means the cells are biflagellate. Both flagella are equal in size and whiplash type. There are 2 or more contractile vacuoles present just below the basal granules. the major portion of the cell is occupied by a large cup-shaped chloroplast, and the single nucleus of the cell is present in the cavity of this cup-shaped chloroplast. Moreover, this chloroplast consists of a single eye spot, and this eye spot is the photoreceptive organ. There are one or two pyrenoids present in the cell. These pyrenoids functions as a storage organ of the food. The central core of the pyrenoid is made of protein, while it is surrounded by starch granules. So it functions as the storage organ of the cell. Here one thing that is very interesting is that the nucleus of the cell is connected to the flagella of the cell through neuromotor apparatus. So this is all about the structure of the cell. But in Volvox globata and Volvox raucellatae, the cells are not showing chlamydomonad structure. In these two species, the cells are spherular type. That means here cells resemble with the another alga, spherula, that is also a very important freshwater alga. As far as its reproduction is concerned, Volvox reproduces by two methods. One is asexual and second is sexual method. Asexual reproduction generally takes place during the favorable conditions, and it generally occurs during spring and summer season. But as far as sexual process is concerned, it generally starts after the completion of summer season. In this video, we will discuss only the asexual process of reproduction, and in next video, we will discuss about the sexual process in Volvox. Here, one thing that is very important, and you must remember that being spherical in shape, being ovoid in shape, this colony also shows polarity. That means this spherical body shows anterior and posterior poles. The identification is that the cells at the anterior poles have large sized eye spots. Moreover, posterior poles are identified by the presence of reproductive bodies. Whenever this colony reproduces, the asexual and sexual reproductive bodies are always produced at the posterior pole of the colony. So this is the identification. If you see the reproductive bodies in the colony, in the synovium, you can say that this is the posterior part of the colony. And if you see the large sized eye spots in the cell, you can say that this is the anterior part of the synovium or anterior part of the colony of the Volvox. As far as asexual reproduction is concerned, it takes place by gonidia. During asexual process, some cells at the posterior end becomes larger in size, and these are as large as about 10 times greater than normal vegetative cells. This large cell is called as gonidium or parthenogonidium. Singular is gonidium, plural is parthenogonidia. So this is a single gonidium or parthenogonidium, and there may be several gonidia in a single synovium, but only at the posterior end of the colony. This gonidium is a large sized structure, and there are several cells in between two consecutive gonidia. The protoplast of gonidia becomes spherical in shape, and after 3 consecutive divisions, it produces 8 cells, and all these 8 cells are arranged in a curved plate-like structure, and this 8-celled structure is called as plaquia stage. Further, each cell of this plaquia stage divides continuously and produces at least 16 cells. Now these cells continue to divide and are arranged in a circular frame or in circular shape, but there is a pore at the anterior side towards the periphery, and this pore is called as phylopore. You must see over here that at this time the anterior ends of the cell are towards the center and posterior ends are towards the periphery. But in normal synovium there is condition is opposite. Here anterior ends are towards periphery and posterior ends are towards center. So here an important phenomena takes place. The cells start to grow towards outer side, and ultimately these cells comes at this side, and this whole structure is inverted, so that the anterior ends of the cell now face towards the periphery and posterior end now face towards the center. This whole process of the conversion of the polarity of the cells is known as inversion, and this inversion takes place in 3 to 5 hours. It is a long duration process. At this time the cells are naked, there is no gelatinous sheath and there is no flagella at all. When inversion is completed, inversion is over, the cells are arranged in a complete sphere, and this phylopore part eventually forms the posterior pole of the colony. After inversion, the cells produces flagella, and each cell produces its own gelatinous envelope, or we can say that a daughter synovium is formed inside each gonidium. When this parent colony or parent synovium bursts, the daughter synovium are released inside the water body, and each daughter synovium now behaves like a new colony or new synovium. Here one thing that is to be mentioned, that in Volvox africanus you can see 2 to 4 generations inside a single synovium. In slang language, I can say that this is a pregnant colony of Volvox, in which another daughter synovium is present inside the parent synovium. Or not only one, there may be several daughter synovium inside the parent synovium. But in Africanus, you can see a synovium, and inside synovium there is a daughter synovium, and inside the daughter synovium you can see further synovia inside the daughter synovium. That means 2 to 4 generations at a time in a single synovium. So this is all about the asexual reproduction process in the Volvox.